to your daily bread. Come in, have a seat, and prepare to eat. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I have a couple cards that I'm going to be reading. And I know you see the world moving fast out there. I decided to let you guys get a little peek of nature. I'm on a train headed to Chicago for a concert. So, yeah, enjoy the video. Sit back, relax. And we're going to pull some energies. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to stay a while. Comment, let me know what you think, how you feeling, or just say hey. So our first card here is the projections card. So that's the attributes and energies, you know. Right now somebody could be projecting onto you, but it could be for a positive reason, right? Like usually we see projections and we're like, no, don't project that onto me. That's how you feel. That's what you're going through. But in this case, the energies right now is that somebody's projecting onto you, and it's absolutely a good thing. You might have a person who's just speaking life into you, you know, speaking about something that they've been through, where they come from. And they could, in a sense, assume that you're going through the same thing. And you may not speak it, but there might be a lot of truth to that. Sometimes people can project onto you and it can give you clarity. And it can help you overcome some things. Sometimes the answers come in the weirdest ways. Like, excuse me, because I'm usually pretty loud. Sometimes I'm louder than this, especially when I'm passionate, but I'm not the only one on this train, so I'm going to try to keep my volume down, you know, to a little bit of a minimum. Okay, so also in the upright we have a fighting card and we have the burden card. So what that tells me is that you might be fighting against something, and it could have a lot to do with the projections, like people projecting onto you, and you might be fighting it, and because of that, it's a burden. I think you could be in a space of always having to feel like you're explaining yourself. So instead of explaining, just accept it. Like, you don't have to accept it within you. Just accept that this is how people view you, or this is, you know, the help that they feel like you need, or the, what did I hear? Not the comment, the, advice that people might assume that you need. And maybe it is because they are the ones needing advice too. But if you're fighting it, then there's no progress being made. That means that whoever's wasting their breath or using their precious life force and energy, you know, towards you or to even uplift you, they could be wasting their voice if you're just fighting against it anyways. If what they say isn't going to matter or isn't going to have an effect on you, understand that sometimes the messages don't come in the ways that you wish that it would come, but you also have to know that it's for the good. It's I heard grace. Give them grace, okay? Because it's for the good. Maybe the messages are coming in. Maybe the messages are coming in a different way. Like, let's say for instance it's a different religion, and so you're naturally closed off to what this person has to say, because they might say, you know, Allah, or, you know, or all praises to Jesus, you know. The truth of the matter is we're all connected and we're all here. Yeah, we're in the same book, we're on different pages. That part does not matter. We're all on our different journeys. We're all writing our stories, and sometimes we come along, like we come into people along the way And when we stop fighting them, we can actually get the messages that the universe is trying to bring, because it's never for nothing. You know, it's never for nothing. And so I'm recording on my phone. I don't know how much space I have, but we'll go for a while. So just relax. And then in the upright, I love this. We have the Creator card. We have Celebration, and we have Mind in reverse. So with the Creator card, I love the glow that's right in the middle of it. So I'm getting the energy of like the sun. Get out and enjoy the sun. Just let it touch your skin, you know, or even, I was just thinking it's cold outside in a lot of places, but if you just open the window and allow the light in, you know, it can do great things for you. And, you know, that is to say, as well as with people, right? When you can see them as something good, it's easier to be open to them. You know, so if you recognize that we're all from the Creator, and that the Creator loves you and doesn't wish to harm you in any way, shape, or form, you would know that, I mean, sure, people can harm you, you know, but the Creator is not intending on that. So when you're living at like your highest vibration, that doesn't mean you don't have doubts or fears, you know, emotions, but it's also important to be open and know that, like, if you put a wall up, the wall can keep bad things out, but the wall also keeps good things out. If you keep the window closed, you know, or the shades closed, yeah, people can't see in your house, but also the sun can't come in, you know. So I think it's important that you start to learn to be a little bit more open to things that come as your gift, and you just not accepting it because you're too busy fighting the burden that it would be. Like, it's a burden for you to accept these things. It's a burden for you to be open to so many things. It feels more comfortable when you just stick to what you know, right? So I want you to celebrate that we're all from the Creator, and that's a beautiful thing. And when we're moving and we're looking to change the world and, you know, be our best selves and live in our nerve nodes and our higher vibrations, this gives us something to be joyous about. Sometimes you in the space of change, and, you know, or you live in such a place where you're looking around and you're trying to become better, but it's like everything around you is pitiful, right? It's like everything around you is miserable and sad and depressing and dangerous, and, you know, that would make anybody shrivel up into a hole and close off to the absolute world around them. But I think it's still important to know that there's a lot of beauty here, and with hope, you know, that does so much for the world, and I think it does so much for us as people, as human beings. So I want you to be hopeful in this new journey of opening your eyes. I want you to be open, and I heard unafraid, but it's okay if you're afraid, but in that case I want you to be courageous, because when you have courage, it doesn't mean you're not afraid. It just means that you know that's the right thing to do, and therefore you push towards doing that, no matter how afraid you are, right? It's also the Mind card in reverse. So celebrate getting out of your mind. Celebrate losing your mind, right? Now this sounds crazy, because have you guys ever heard when people say, like, what do they say? The craziest people be the smartest, and the I mean, how do they say it? Like, you know how they say crazy, a lot of crazy people be talking the truth. The truth tellers be looking crazy, you know, and everybody else just be like the norm, the masses, right? So I want you to celebrate letting go, to celebrate, you know, those new messages that's coming to you, and you're seeing them and you're fighting them, and you're getting depressed because it's a burden, because it's not the way you was raised, it's not what you were taught, you know. It's not the way of the world, or the way that you're used to going. It's not the usual direction. You got somebody coming to you and pointing out like, hey, this is also for you, you know. And there might be a little bit of, I don't know why I hear rebellion. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you don't want to feel like that person, but you know. All those birds, I don't know if y'all could see it. Those birds that was out there, that was really, really cool. But yeah, so anyways, let's move on. We're gonna go move on to the vibrations, see what the vibes are. So coming out as a challenge is the participation card. Excuse me, water there. So coming out as a challenge is the participation card, and on this card it's like these 4 beings, right? I say they're divine, right? So there's these 4 beings, and they all have their hands out. They're all different colors, and their hands are going into a circle, and in the middle is a spiral of all of their colors. So they're creating something very beautiful by all playing their part. And this card coming out, thank you Spirit, as a challenge. This card coming out as a challenge is telling me that you're having a hard time participating. Maybe even finding your space in this world. Like, what is the part that I play? You know? And so you could be questioning that, but you're about to find out. You're absolutely about to find out. So also coming out as a challenge is the comparison card. On that card there's 2 I guess we could call them like trees. There's a regular, maybe an oak tree, I don't know, wood, you know, the wooden tree, and then right on the side of it there's a bamboo stick. There's a bamboo stalk. And so that's the comparison card. And I think that you've been having a little bit of a hard time comparing yourself to, it could be other religions, or the way that other people move spiritually. It could be physically as well, but I'm feeling like this is deeper than that. I'm feeling like the comparisons, you know, obviously had a lot to do with you not accepting these projections that other people were giving you. I just saw something else too. It could be the other way around as well. Like, take it as it resonates. It could be somebody projecting like maybe even religion onto you, and you choosing to not go that route, or not wanting to absolutely go that route, and then, you know, being burdened because of that, you know. But continue, keep going. If you've come here, it's for a reason. If you stop here, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So also sit in the vibration of going with the flow in reverse, you know. This is so funny because yes, it could be choppy water. It could be choppy water, but you gotta go with the flow. You gotta keep going, because look, if you fight the waves, you know, you can float easier by not fighting. And if you fight the waves, you know, okay, so I always picture it like this. And I tell people to go with the flow. It's like, imagine being in a toilet bowl. You know how the water goes around the toilet bowl. Now imagine you fighting that and swimming in the opposite direction. You know, and you refusing to go down, you know. But the reality is, it got to go down anyways. So this the direction you gotta go anyways, you know? Because this part, I don't know why I heard it's not for you. It's so funny because this part is out of your control. This part is not for you to control. And as much as you want to control things, and you will, there's many things in your life you absolutely will control, but there's also things where the universe will step in. For instance, they will burn a bridge so that there's no way you can walk back over it. Like if you had an idea of, this is who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, and oh my God, I love him so much, and and then bam, something happened, and now he gone. This is a terrible example, but you'll get where I'm coming from, you know. But now he's gone. That would be hard to deal with. That would be a hard pill to swallow because you had it in your mind that this was the path, the absolute path that you were going, you know. And then this happened, and this part was out of your control, and you're angry that it was out of your control, right? But once you get over the angry part, the non-accepting part, and you reach a level of acceptance, ain't nobody saying you can't go through the motions of this. If it was easy, everybody would have done it by now, you know? But once you get to the acceptance part, you realize, okay, so there's no way I can spend the rest of my life with this person. I mean, maybe in spirit, but ultimately I have to move on. I have to do this, you know? There's still things within your choice. You can choose to never love again, or, you know, choose to love forward. Either way, it'll still be your path that you're walking, you know. But there's some things, this is why trust is important and openness is important, because yes, some things will happen that won't be in your control, but it'll also be forward movement. And don't you want to get to the other side of the bridge? Like, don't you want to get to where you're going? Don't you want to get to your soul's highest desires? You know, don't you want to become your best self that you could be here? But if it's all rejection, then if you like who you are and you okay being that, and you content with life, and you content with your spiritual, you know, groundedness or whatever, then stay there. You know, nobody's forcing you. But if you are seeking answers and you looking, the answers come. You just got to be open to hearing them, and you can't fight them. When they come, you travel through it, you experience it, and guess what? You're not stuck. If it's not something you want or you like, then you change your direction. And you know, you got to use discernment and I promise you, anybody can do it. There's no special tricks to work your discernment. You know, it's inside of you. You came with a GPS that's guiding you. You get what I'm saying? You just got to learn to trust the GPS instead of trusting everything and everybody on the outside, you know? Do they play a part? Yeah, just as much as air play a part in you breathing, but air don't make all your choices. You get what I'm saying? Alright, so we're going to keep this going on the vibrations. You got new vision in reverse. You got the dream in reverse, because you can't see it. That's why. You can't even see it yet. You got stress in the upright. Now I like to talk about the stress card, because the stress card has like this 3-legged man, and he has 3 hands, and he's balancing on a ball. Imagine we in the circus. He's balancing on the ball, and he looked like he in the circus, his outfit. But he's balancing on the ball, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. 7 is a number of completion. So, but there's 7 candles, right? And he's juggling the 7 candles. He's balancing on the ball. He's holding a monkey with one of his hands. Oh, he actually has 4 hands. I just noticed. But he's holding a monkey with one of his hands. He's juggling candles. He's playing a trumpet all at one time, right? And then there's the monkey that he's holding with his right hand has a needle in his hand ready to pop the balloon that he's balancing on. So all of that he's controlling, right? He got all these legs, he got all these arms, he's controlling that, he's balancing that, he's juggling this. And at the drop of a dime, the monkey that he's holding with his right hand can make it all come tumbling down just by popping the ball with the needle that's in his hand. So that's what you're choosing over the new vision and the dream. You're choosing to balance so many things and to have so many legs and run all over the place for people and entertain them. You playing the goddamn dang trumpet. You playing the trumpet. You're juggling candles that's lit on fire. So you playing with fire. You're playing with fire. And you balancing and entertaining the very thing that can bring you to your knees, that can make all of this come down at any moment. And so what Spirit is saying, what Source is saying, like, I want you to put that much faith in me. It's time for a new vision. Your new vision card is in reverse. The dream is also in reverse. And if you can't see somebody, because the dream card has like a girl and she's looking up and she's dreaming, and it kind of looks like they showing a part of her dream, which is her like happy and hugging somebody. It could be a king, it could be a knight, you know, it could be a family member or a lover, you know what I mean? But she's dreaming and she's not there yet because he's not in the 3D on the card, you know what I mean? So you could be really missing somebody. Somebody could have left your life. Somebody, it could be physically or just like mentally and emotionally, you know. And you could be having this dream of wanting that, like wanting that fatherly love that you never had, or wanting that romance that you never had, you know. And maybe you dream it and then you fight that too. Like, nah, that shit would never happen. Excuse me, because I mean, Spirit not cursed, but I'm trying to be better for you too. You know, that's what you're saying. Like, it ain't gonna happen. Or I can never finish. Remember that story I said earlier? Like, you know, now that a person is missing, you like, oh, I can never do it now. I can never move forward now. But you entertaining everybody else and juggling and doing all of this. But when it comes to moving forward, you like, this is the one thing I can't do. You have all the strength, you have all the power within you to keep going on your journey, to move forward, and to be set free, if anything. The very thing you take care of it's having the possibility of destroying you. So I think it's important that you put your trust in Source, in the universe, and be more open to, you know, when these things come to you, when you hear these answers. You ain't gotta accept everything, but your soul gonna know what's right. Especially when you're listening with your heart, and it's gonna move you through things. We can't jump over everything. We got to go through some things. You know what I mean? If we jumped over everything, one, we wouldn't learn nothing. Two, the whole journey would be useless. If you woke up and then you woke up life, then just death. That's it. Like, you wake up, jump over all of it. And then what do you have to look back on? You know, what taught you? What helped you learn and grow? What made you become the person that you are today? It's not just the bad stuff. The good stuff trying to shape you right now. The bad stuff, yeah, it played a part. You know, we went through stuff. Because that's the part of life. You're going to go through some stuff. You're going to lose some things. Some things are going to hurt. And we got to get back up and we got to keep going. And we can't let that stop us from becoming our best self. Everything going to change you. It might as well change you for the better. You feel me? All right, we moving forward to influence. Postponement is in reverse. That means it's time to go. It's time to move forward. The master is in reverse. They're just saying that you haven't mastered self yet. You know, you probably think or feel like you're so good at so many things, and I'm sure you are. But the greatest thing you can do is master self. So if you're somebody who's just projecting, check yourself too. You get what I'm saying? Always check self, check within. Look in that mirror and listen to what you telling yourself. Success is in reverse. It's like spirit saying you ain't winning until you lock in. You're about to feel what winning really is. But you gotta make the choice. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, you know, what's gonna happen, because I feel like we all play a part in what's gonna happen, you know? If I sit right here and I'm chilling, nobody getting slapped. But if I make up my mind right now today that I want to go in another car and slap somebody, guess what? Somebody gonna get slapped. I mean, I won't get beat up. You know what I mean? But it's life, and we all full of choices out here. A lot of people say make your next one your best one. They'll say that, but they don't really be meaning it. They don't really be doing it. It's time to mean it and do it, you know? Anything else good? Right, there it is. Intensity is in reverse. Spirit's just saying it's okay, we're gonna go slow. That what a man tell you. Open your heart right on up. It's okay, baby, we're gonna go slow. The difference is the universe ain't the universe ain't trying to get your goodies. You know what I mean? The universe wants what's absolutely best for you, because that's what's best for the universe. You know, that's when it aligns up. That's when you realize that the gardener don't want the flowers to die. That would be a weird gardener, right? The gardener is here to water, to plant, to seed. You got to understand that. Sometimes people come in your way and they just coming to give you a little bit of what you need. It ain't everything. You don't water a plant today and watch it grow. It'll be growing tomorrow, like grown tomorrow. You know, it takes time. And you ain't the only thing that make the plant grow. The sun is there too. You know, it need a little bit of sun. Sometimes it needs shade, because too much sun will kill it. Right? Everything, it comes in like sections. In sessions, sorry. And in moments, like moments in time, you know? Just because one thing happened, you know, that don't mean it's going to always be like that. We got aloneness in the upright. Beyond illusion is also in the upright. So now spirit is saying it's time to go within. I remember when I used to be afraid of the dark, and now I can go and sit in my closet. You know, I got a nice size closet, but I can go and sit in my closet, turn the light off, close the door, and just sit there and not worry about what's in the dark. Not worry about, you know what I mean? Because see. Thank you, Spirit. So the problem is with us being afraid of moving forward spiritually is because it's dark, right? It's dark because you can't see it. You can't see what's ahead. It's dark. Everything a little bit more scarier when it's dark. That's why you got to walk in light. You know what I mean? You got to be the light. You got to be the candle that's going to light the room. When you being your best self, you ain't got to worry about the monsters in the night. You get what I'm saying? Because the universe is right there with you. So it's okay to go within. It says it's time to move beyond illusion. You feel me? Like, okay, I lived, I watched, I seen enough, and now it's like, cut the shit. That's what I heard. I did. That's it. Cut the shit. It's time to go forward. Possibilities is in reverse, because trust in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. And it said you can't see, you probably can only see the bed in something that you're trying to guess for the future, right? But that's because you're not trusting. You're not seeing all the wonderful possibilities. Yes, things will happen. Failure happens, right? So our fear from Failing, not wanting to fail, will cause us to not even try, to not even jump. I had a revelation the other day because I was telling my mom about, you know, how it feels when you start to like catch feelings for somebody and things like that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm at the edge of the mountain, you know, and it's time for me to jump. But I'm nervous to jump because I just need the parachute to open. You know, that's what it is. Like if you falling in love or something, it's terrifying because this person can hurt you. These things can happen, right? So it's like spiritually you standing at the mountain and you want to jump, but you're scared that the parachute is not going to open. I feel you. I feel you. But like my mom said, she said, then grow wings. She literally told me that, and it changed my way of thinking. Like, why would I trust in the parachute when I could trust in myself? You get what I'm saying? In my wings. Why would I trust in the outside sources and not trust myself? There's so much of that. And when we trust in so much in what the world said we need to do, then when the world tell us we messed up or we down bad, we believe them. You get what I'm saying? If the world said you're done, if that thing you holding with your right hand, if that monkey pops the ball, then you finish, because that's what you put your faith into. But when you put your faith in yourself, you grow wings, baby, because that's when you know you're gonna fly. You have no fear. You're not counting on. And if my wings don't let out and don't make me float, then I'll deal with that. I'll take that. Because that's me trusting in myself over me trusting in the parachute. I'll take those chances any day. And I think that's very, very important. I think that's very important for you guys to understand. It's time to go. It's time to stop. Come on, because if you living for the wrong thing, you're not going to fully live. You're just always going to be chasing the wrong thing. And I'm supposed to be done with this reading, but I was moving them cards and 3 more cards came out. Changing the upright. Beautiful card. Changing the upright, slowing down is in reverse. The Spirit said, this is it. This is it. This the new beginning, right? No more slowing down. Ripeness, slowing down is in reverse, and ripeness is in reverse. So right now, you're not ready. You're not ready. Spirit acknowledging that, and you know that, or maybe you thought you was ready for something else. You're not ready. You have to be ready to receive. Do you give a baby $100 bill? No, because you know you're gonna put it in the parents' hands. Hey, get them something nice. Right? You don't just give a 4-year-old $100 bill and tell him throw it in his pocket, because you can't trust him with it. So whatever you think you're ready for, you're not there yet. You still got a little bit more to go. Innocence in reverse is innocence is in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and I'm gonna close this out. Thanks, Spirit. Innocence being in reverse. Spirit said, you know you're not innocent. You're not innocent, but that's okay. That's okay. Who is? You own up and you grow from that. If you had a situation where you felt like it ain't had nothing to do with you, because you so stuck in your ways, you gotta understand, like you're playing a part in it too. I just heard you playing a part in it hurting. I don't know who that part for, but if it fits, then tie them shoes. You feel me? If the shoe fit, tie them laces. Only by owning up, you know, are you going to be able to move forward? Are you going to be able to receive actual forgiveness and light and becoming light again, you know? Otherwise, you sit in that darkness, and that's not fun. That's not fun. It ain't safe there. You feel me? That's where the danger is at, and you're sitting in darkness for. But then somebody trying to tell you and show you the way out, and you ain't trusting it because you don't trust their flashlight. But you not being the light yourself. You got to be the light too. Because guess what? You can see when you the light. All right, peace. Y'all let me know. You made it to the end of this video. Throw me a like, a comment, subscribe if you want to stay. Love y'all.